Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I, as always, just want to thank you all for all the new subscribers, all the old ones, all the people that watch the videos. Just keeps me going every single day just to see the views go up even just a couple. And you don't know what it all means to me. I greatly appreciate all of you. And I just don't want to ever stop saying thank you to all of you. So whether you watch the videos and just know who you are, just know that I appreciate you for even just watching this video. If nothing else you get out of this video, just know that. So, and this video, we're going to go over all the game related stuff that I've got since the previous video, and it's a lot. Uh, yeah, too many Switch games. But first, I want to give a shout out to Acro Priest to thank him for these three, not exactly posters. I don't know what you want to call them, but he gave me these, and I will show them all off to y'all. So here it is for a good one for Link. My wife has claimed this one. So I will not have this one. This is going to be hers. Then we have another Legend of Zelda, which I thought was pretty cool, just to get the full-bodied Link, and then all the other images so that you could see different iterations there for Link. And this one, very greatly underrated for Skyward Sword. I did not play the Wii version. I played the remaster that they had on the Switch, and despite a lot of people telling me that they didn't like it, and I can see why they wouldn't like it, but I personally really enjoyed the game. So I just want to thank him for giving these to me. So, and now let's get to the other stuff that we have. So, first off, before we actually get into the games, I'm going to go for. So, I picked up a Bowser amiibo, and I'm going to throw it right up here. I don't know where exactly yet, but I'll figure that out after this video, actually. So, in case you can't tell, and also from the Lego Bowser that I have over there, Bowser's my boy. He is my favorite character. I can't explain otherwise. Yeah, he's just amazing to me, and I always pick him for Smash Brothers. Whenever we play any type of game that has him as a playable character, that's always the character I choose. So, and then game related, this was just awesome. I couldn't pass this up. So we got the Game Boy Lego set. I am going to have fun playing this, or not playing this, building this as soon as I finish the other Lego set that I currently have working, which is the Thousand Sunny from One Piece. So anime fans will know what that is. I'm almost done with it, and my wife is really pestering me. She said, "I'm tired of seeing this this half built thing sitting here on the table. You need to finish it." I'm like, "Okay, I'll finish it." So please don't be mad at me. So, very first game we have, my very first collector's edition for the Nintendo Switch 2. Daemon X Machina, Titanic Scion. This is an RPG featuring mechs, which just from watching the gameplay for this looked amazing. I did not play the original Daemon X Machina. I've heard really good things about that. I've heard middling things about this. Some people say that it has problems, but overall, still a good game. It is still in its wrapper. I have not opened it up yet. It will go on to the backlog, the ever increasing backlog. So hopefully, I will get around to playing it. We shall see. The intent is there. This next one is a game that I actually have. I probably won't play just because it is a limited edition for Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 2, Sister's Generation. And the reason I probably won't play this or open it is because there was only, I can't remember how many of the limited quantity there was, but it's a number issue that you can't. You can probably see it a little bit right there on the camera, but I can't read that. 801 was the number for this, so not really low, but not really back there towards the end. So, and I think the other one that's down there is numbered as well, and it's in the 800s. So, the very next game that I have is the game that was really super excited. Y'all show it. It was in the previous video for games that I'm playing. Trails in the Sky, the first chapter. After finishing recording, am going to go back upstairs and I am going to start playing this again until bedtime. And I'm really excited, looking forward to it. What I've experienced so far from again, watching the previous video, it is just spectacular, and it's just a really good game. I don't know how else to put it, but I greatly kind of, even just from the hour that I've played, would recommend it. And if you are actually even wanting to play it, there is a demo for you. I kept trying to get the demo, but it wouldn't come up on my Switch 2. And then after I finally got the game, I realized I probably could have just went on to the regular Switch and played it there and then just transferred it over to the Switch 2. And I did pay the $1 upgrade for the Switch 2 upgrade. So, and I did that after I finished the hour. So I'm curious to see what it's actually going to do as far as for the gameplay, if I'll be able to tell the difference or not. Very next game, going into the backlog. The immediate backlog, which I really hope to get to as soon as I finish this game. We have Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. And like I've said before, I did not play the original Final Fantasy Tactics. I had it, I've watched other people play it, and I've seen bits and pieces of it, and I think maybe I might have done like one or two battles, but nothing in depth where I actually got to experience the story or experience the job class system that they have, or just anything really to get out of the game. And I'm really, from watching and seeing all the different graphics, the quality of life features that they've added to this, really excited to be able to actually go through and to play it, and the voice acting, experience the story in a brand new way, which will be awesome for me. I didn't experience any of it before, so I'm experiencing it all for the very first time, and I'm really excited for that. Next, people have seen this before too, but we have Super Mario Galaxy plus Super Mario Galaxy 2. I have not played any of the Galaxies games. I am looking forward to actually being able to kind of whenever it is I take a break from playing RPGs, just throw like some little palate cleansers in there for like an hour or two, throw that in, try to experience it a little bit, and just see how much I like it, because they're all really just, everyone says that they're like the best games they've ever played for Mario. And so I want to experience that for myself and see if I like it as much as I have some of the other Mario games, or if I like these more. Very next one, kind of niche. Didn't really hear about it. It was like really good sale on it, and I had to look it up. It's This Way Madness Lies. It is a short little RPG. It was actually put up by Limited Run, but I got this off of VGP. And so it's an RPG that you can take like really small snippets. It's based kind of like in Shakespearean thing, where your magical girls going through and fixing the Shakespeare's plays. Like, so you have to defeat the monsters to keep them from altering them, so you can put them back into their original forms. Which it sounds like an intriguing little thing. And if you're like me, you had to grow up reading all the Shakespeare's plays in like high school, for like Romeo and Juliet, Midsummer's Night, Macbeth, Hamlet and all those other things. So kind of experiencing them again outside of the classroom setting. This, I had heard of it somewhere, it was like in the recesses of my mind, but I didn't really think anything about it. So I saw it in my local game store and started picking this up and looked. And so we have Nickelodeon Kart Racers 3. And what actually really drew this to me was, well, fact one, it was cheap. Two, is the fact that you can't see, but down here, you can play as Invader Zim. I loved Invader Zim when I first saw it. Just the whole screaming, how the art style for it, everything. The cartoon show was great. I wish it had gone on for longer. But so I kind of want to play this because we really like the racers around here. We played Mario Kart a lot. So this will be something else that we can actually play with the kids. So next, this is one of the few digital games that I have that I finally picked it up because I saw it on. It was a really good deal on it. It was like only $15 for this at my used game store. So we have Dragon Quest Treasures, and if you just like the art style that from all the Dragon Quest games from Akira Toriyama, they are just spectacular games. I've enjoyed the art style actually from the anime from for Dragon Ball and everything. And this was a spin-off because the main character on here, if you played Dragon Quest 11, this is him but as a little boy, but it doesn't have anything to tie in really to the Dragon Quest series. Just a little cute spin-off game that you probably spend a little bit of time here and there where you go around hunting for treasures, you dig them up, put them in your, and it gives you a valuation for them. And you can befriend monsters that will allow you to do different things. Like you can befriend a bat, which will allow you to fly over for long distances, or a slime, which will allow you to bounce off of it and jump to reach new heights. And it just looks like a really interesting game, and looking forward to playing that. This next one is another spinoff from The Legend of Zelda. So we have Cadence of Hyrule, Crypt of the Necrodancer, featuring The Legend of Zelda. So this is a kind of like rhythm-based game, and it's featuring the music from The Legend of Zelda. I did not play Crypt of the Necrodancer, but just when I found out that this has the music for Legend of Zelda, which is so iconic, I kind of had to pick it up just because it's a Zelda. This next one, I was actually really surprised to find it. So, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. And the reason I was really interested in finding this because whenever it is that I've seen it, it's always been the code and box. But this is the actual physical version, which I was really surprised to see it at my game store. And this was, I know it was cheaper than 20. But so it was a really good deal on it. I mean, if you can get any Switch game for under $20, that's a really great deal in my opinion. But so kind of had to pick it up. I got the first one back there, and this I saw it also with this because it was actually buy 2 used games, get 1 free. So I can't remember which one was actually my free one, but I did pick this one up because I'd never heard of it. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Sweep the Board. So this is so you have all the aspects from Demon Slayer for like your characters, but it's kind of like a mixture of that world, but with Mario Party. So it's going to have like little mini games, and you're pretty much on a game board. Roll a dice, go to spaces, and progress from there. And so it was just seemed like a really kind of niche type thing, which I'd never heard of it before. Maybe you've heard of it, but I'd really like the Demon Slayer series. Read all the manga in its entirety and watched some of the anime. But so I was really excited to be able to pick that up and just for something different. This next one just got off of playing Hades. And so I was feeling that Greek mythology itch, or just there in my brain. And so this has mixed reviews for it. And so I picked this up, Immortals Phoenix Rising. Again, a pretty cheap game. But so think of Breath of the Wild, but in this, like, for Greek mythology, for in that world, just being all around. So I really loved Breath of the Wild, and just being to open the world and experiencing Greek mythology in a whole different way seems like a win-win situation for me. So I, like, again, on the backlog, don't know when I'll be able to get to it. So many good games to be able to play, and that kind of take priority over that. So, but yes, I really look forward to being able to play this. So next is actually two different games that I picked up, and it was a deal. So I picked up both of these games for $30. So we have what is it called? Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney Trilogy, and then Ace Attorney Investigation Collection. So the Ace Attorney games are kind of like visual novel where you're interacting as a defense attorney, and you got to listen to testimonies, check out for scenes of crime, and everything else. I have not played any of the Ace Attorney games, but I've heard really good things about them. And I'm not the biggest visual novel guy. That's mainly my wife. She does like the visual novel games, but she does other things. So I'm interested to be able to try these out to see what all the hype is about, see if I like them, because I know there's a lot of the games, and just the fact that it's basically 5 games for $30, $6 a game, couldn't go wrong with it. So this next one, heard lots of good things about it, and I was really excited to be able to see it because I've never seen it before, out in the wild. And so I had to pick it up. First time ever seeing it out in the wild. We have Astral Chain, and this is just a very interesting RPG from what I've seen, and it's kind of, it just really gives you a lot of, or gave me anyways, a lot of like Persona vibes, and where you're controlling, like, it looked like you're a demon. I didn't really look into it too much, but from what I've heard of people have told me and suggested to be able to try it, they're like, "Oh man, that's an awesome game. You got to play it." And so saw it in the wild, had to pick it up. This one, next game, we have Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk. The art style for this, because it is an RPG produced out by NIS America, which they do really good job on other RPGs. And I don't know, does this give you like Disgaea vibes for the way these characters look? I don't know. I got that when I was looking at the gameplay, looking at the trailer. It just really reminded me of Disgaea or Phantom Brave. Maybe, I don't know if it's by the same company that did this, did that, so that's why the art style seems so similar to me. But hey, let me know down below if it reminds you of that, or maybe now that I'm saying it, it might spark your interest, and you might say, "Oh, wow, that really does look alike." Last game that we actually have on here came in. We have River City Girls Complete Edition. I have not opened it up yet. It's got River City Girls 1, 2, and 0, which previously 0 was a limited run exclusive game. But in each of these, playing just trying to collect them by themselves, yeah, it was quite a bit of money. But I got this from VGP, and I had actually mentioned it in a previous video, like one of my very first videos ever, and just it finally came in, and really looking forward to, if you are actually for side-scrolling beat 'em ups. Like I grew up with them playing like Streets of Rage, Final Fight, uh, going to the arcades, playing the Simpsons beat 'em up game or the Ninja Turtles video game, which and then I've been having it for the NES, Double Dragon, all those types of games from my childhood, and just the art style, everything about this game looks really interesting to me. Brings really back all those memories from all those past games. Yeah, all those other games you're playing as guys or creatures or whatever. So different here that you're playing basically high school girls to try to save your boyfriends. So that story doesn't bring back childhood memories, but the beat 'em up, side scrolling, everything like that really does. And so, yeah, this is a lot of stuff. I know I'm going to need a new bookshelf pretty soon because this is getting full. So, um, I hey, if you actually have any of these games, let me know down below. What's some stuff that y'all picked up recently? Any like any new games? Any retro games? Game adjacent things like Lego sets or even amiibos. All right, I'd be interested to hear from y'all. So, I hope you all like this video. Subscribe if you're someone new, if you're actually still watching at this point. And I will see you all next time.